we are going to continue, and we're going to go to the term law on our program today. Now, the term law, it sounds menacing. I mean, especially if you happen to be, maybe a lawyer, or you're a politician, or you're a police officer, and you get the idea. Law. Oh, the law. And you're scared. You're scared. Oh, what's the law about? Listen, come on, calm down. The law. You see, in church theology, the law has become a menacing, scary word. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, after all, we read through our Bible, and in every church of America in the world, practically, at least the ones I've been in and the ones I've visited, everybody, the pastors and the assistant pastors and all of the people, the teachers and the youth ministry, they're all scared. They say, "You're not under the law. Don't go under the law." It's like, what is the problem here? Let me talk to you for a moment. Those of you who are parents, you have teenagers, you have children. Go ahead. Let your children run amok without law, without structure in your home. What will you have? You know what you'll have. You'll have a mess on your hands. You need structure in your home in order to keep the whole home functioning. You need law. You need structure. So why is it we are so afraid of law? Well, that is another subject entirely. And we could potentially look at that here in the coming programs here. But let's get back to our main subject here. The concept of what is law based on the Bible's definition that Yeshua was using in his day, Tanakh. Let's understand what law is all about. And we will continue with this teaching on our next program. We won't finish it all today, but we'll start it, okay? Let's go to our next slide and take a look at the concept of law. Now, in Hebrew, there are 3 letters of what we call a root system, 3 letters. There is a Yud, there is a Resh, and there is a He. A Yud, a Resh, and a He. There it is on your screen. Now, for those of you that can read just a little bit of Hebrew, enough to be dangerous here, you know what this is. For those of you that know absolutely no Hebrew whatsoever, don't let this scare you, okay? Don't let it scare you. It's perfectly normal to look at a word and not know what it is. So that's what we're here for today on this program. Yud, Resh, He. Now, this is a 3-lettered root system. Now, let me express something here to you that you really need to follow this, okay? Let's take, for example, in English, okay? Let's take, for example, in English. Let me give you 3 letters. Let me give you, let's see, S, H, and P. S, H, P, okay? You can write that down. What is an S, an H, and a P? Let me see. What words could you make out of that? There's no vowels here. This is just consonants. S, H, and P. Let's see. Ship, shape, shop, sheep. Okay? Ship, shape, shop, and sheep. All right? But you see, each of these words are not directly related one to another. I mean, I suppose you could make a sentence up. The sheep were in the shop, and they were going to be shaped to be put on a ship. I mean, you can make all kinds of stories up with ship, shape, shop, and sheep, okay? From S, H, and P. But directly, they don't have any direct relationship one to another. Not so in Hebrew. In Hebrew, when you have 3 letters of a root, okay, they're all the words that spawn off of them are much like a hub with spokes on a wheel coming off. The hub would be like the 3 letters of the root. And then each spoke that comes off of that hub are all related because they're all connected to the hub. That's how Hebrew works. So in English, SH and P is totally unrelated. You could have all kinds of things coming out of that. But here in Hebrew, a Yud, a Resh, and a He, a three-lettered root system here, that's the hub. And lots of words come out of that particular root. Lots of words. And we're going to look at several of them on today's program, okay? And the next program as well. But let's at least get started here in the few moments we have left. And then on our next program, we'll take a closer look at it. This is the root. Yud, Resh, and He. Now, Yud, Resh, and He has the connotation of a pounding, driving arrow. Like something that is pounding and coming down strong. Pound, 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 pound. It's just coming down good and hard, like a rainstorm. In other words, the pounding idea of arrows, of a powerful driving force. That's the idea of a Yud, a Resh, and a He in Hebrew. Okay? What kinds of words can we get out of Yud, Resh, and He? Well, there's lots of words. Let's look at one today. In the next program, we'll take a look at more. Moreh. Moreh, or morah, feminine, is the Hebrew word for a teacher. A teacher. That comes off of the root Yud, Resh, and He. Moreh is a teacher. Now, how is a teacher related to this idea of a pounding, driving arrow or rain, something pounding down like a rainstorm? How is a teacher related to that? I think some of you will know, because some of you are, in fact, teachers of elementary school children, of high school, of college. You know what a teacher is. A teacher is someone who pounds and drives home ideas and concepts into the human mind and into the human heart. This is a teacher. So in a sense, the teacher, the moreh in Hebrew, is acting like a pounding, driving rainstorm. Okay? Now I hope I've given you a little bit to think about today, but we're going to be out of time here in just a moment. But when we come back on our next program, we're going to look further into this idea of Yud, Resh, and He as the basis for the word law, okay? Because it's so rich with meaning. And you can invite your friends to tune in on the next program, okay? Now, before we go here on our program today, keep in mind that you can look at the information.